Hey guys, and welcome to another Mommy Monday. Today I'm going to be talking about trying to conceive baby number 3. It's something that me and my husband have been chit-chatting about for the past couple of months now, and people have been asking us a ton, so I just kind of wanted to kind of go out and just kind of give you guys an idea of what our plans are. With our first pregnancy that we had, I actually lost the pregnancy with our first baby girl at 24 weeks due to amniotic band syndrome. Basically what that was that the amniotic sac was actually releasing strands within the fluid, and they were actually becoming wrapped around the baby and basically amputating body parts and basically killing her within the womb. So our pregnancy actually ended when I was about 24 weeks. After I lost that pregnancy, I was super depressed, extremely sad. Me and my husband were both devastated, and it was a huge loss for us. And having that even idea or thought of trying to have another baby was just not in like our plans at all. But 10 months after that, we had our rainbow baby, Alessandra, and we found out we were pregnant with her. I was just so thankful that God gave me another opportunity to have another baby girl. That once I even gave birth to her, I was perfectly fine with the idea of her being an only child. And it wasn't like because of a selfish thing or that I just felt like, oh, I don't really see the point of it because now I got a baby now. It wasn't even just that. It was just that I just felt so blessed, and I was just so thankful that my pregnancy went amazing. And she was healthy, I was healthy, everything was going well within our lives and things like that. And I was just so blessed that I was just like, how could life get any better than this, you know? Not even after Alessandra was 3 months old, my husband started talking about wanting to try to have a second child. So it was something that we kind of chatted about for a while. And then when Alessandra was about 18 months old, he brought it up to my attention again, and he's like, you know what, we're gonna try to conceive, and we're gonna see how it works. It works how it does. It doesn't, then, so be it. So we prayed about it, and before we knew it, after, I would say, within the same month that we tried to conceive, we did conceive Ariella. And that pregnancy, I was just so shocked, like how quickly pregnant I got. Because I'm like, oh my goodness, like my anxiety would go like crazy. I'm like, what if something happens to this pregnancy? What if something happens to this baby? What if something happens to me? What if, Alessandra hates me now because she's no longer the only child? Like all of these things are like swirling in my head. By the time I got to hear the baby's first heartbeat in my belly, and doctor said, everything looks great, I just felt like a huge like weight like lift off of my shoulders. I was just like, I can't believe it. Like we're having a second baby. Once we found out that Ariella was another little princess, to say that our family was shocked and surprised would be an understatement. I don't know what it is when people have more than one pregnancy. When it's a girl, they just automatically assume that you guys are miserable because you're not having one of each. But I actually, was very happy. I thought of all the fun things her and Alessandra would do together. Not that if it was a boy, they wouldn't be able to have fun, because I had a younger brother and we were like so close. Like we were like best friends. So it wasn't even just like, oh, if she has a sister, they'll be so much closer. It wasn't even just that. It was just like picturing them growing up together and, wearing matching outfits and, them being there for each other. And not that long after we had Ariella, maybe 4 or 5 months, we ended up making a huge move down here from Florida, from Philly, and it was pretty crazy, I can say. Moving across the entire country is crazy. It was super exciting. I loved that we moved because we actually love it here. I mean, we lived in Jersey before, we lived in Philly, but we definitely can say that living in Florida feels like home to us. And our plans are just to basically work towards getting a house. When we lived in Jersey, we rented out an apartment, and when we lived in Philly, we rented out a house. So we really want to actually, go out and purchase our own home and have a place that we can call our own. Also, we do have a car, but it's like a small car, and it's just big enough for the girls to be in the back seat. So adding a third baby to that without even having a bigger car would just be completely mental and another huge expense. So for us, we're just kind of focusing on our to-do list, even though it's kind of silly because you can't really plan down to the T when a pregnancy can happen, because you know, anything can happen. But we really just kind of want to kind of get everything in order. We want to kind of have our house kind of getting settled into then, seeing how our finances are, getting a bigger car, and you know, having savings put aside for any emergencies, as well as savings aside for baby number 3. And we also want to do like a big family vacation, and to kind of give us a little bit more time to kind of think about it, because we're still like on the fence of whether or not 100% we want to have a 3rd baby. Definitely won't be happening this year, but hopefully sometime in the next year, hopefully a year from now, I will be pregnant, or like hugely pregnant, or just becoming pregnant. So that was my little chit-chatty vlog. Sorry it's super long, but I definitely want to thank you guys for coming back to my channel for Mommy Monday, and I'll see you next week. Mwah.